Hello, my name is Leonardo Blas, and this is my presentation on Korean food culture. To talk about Korea's traditional food culture, we first have to acknowledge Korea's history and background. So we know that Korea has historically been under the Chinese cultural sphere of influence, but they saw the way to be different. We also know that Korea has constantly been at war, and even now it is at war with North Korea, and that has affected its food supplies. For instance, you cannot transport food through the north. Regarding its ingredients and flavors, many of them are adopted from Chinese cuisine, such as rice, chili peppers, and tofu, but they also saw a way to be different. They are known for pickling and fermenting vegetables. And Korean food is also known for having sweet clues. Um, some common foods are kimchi, steamed rice, stews and soups, and marinated meat. Some dishes from Korean traditional food culture include soft tofu stew, bulgogi, and bibimbap. The traditional Korean meal composition and cycle includes three meals: a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and includes one dish accompanied by several side dishes. And we also have smaller meals, much smaller compared to their American counterparts. Regarding the foods in holidays and celebrations, we have Chuseok, which is the main celebration in Korea, and it's accompanied by a feast, such as you can see in the picture, Songpyeon, which is rice cakes, very colorful rice cakes, and Tteokbuk, which is a rice cake soup. In Solal, which is the adoption of the Chinese New Year in Korea, we have an array of sweets. And regarding the role of food in society and etiquette, we have, again, referring to the picture, yeah, and Chuseok, a feast is offered to a family's ancestors, and that is a very important cultural practice in Korea. We have in regular meals, we have the elder eat first and finish their food first. And regarding food in general, food was paramount actually throughout Korea's history, even now, due to food shortages and war. Now, to talk about Korea's contemporary food culture, we have to discuss an array of circumstances. For instance, we have the introduction of fire water in Korea in the 13th century by the Mongols, which was adopted as soju and is now very much consumed and loved by Koreans. We also have the globalization of potatoes, which are mainly consumed as fries in Korea and are also very much loved by Koreans. We have 35 years of Japanese occupation, which ended at about the time World War II ended, and that led to the adoption of many Japanese ingredients and foods, such as ramen noodles and udon noodles. We have North Koreans present and American military bases in Seoul and Korea in general, which led to the adoption of American food brought by American soldiers, such as Spam, like the canned meat food. We also have the presence of Christianism, meaning a distancing from Buddhism ideals and vegan ideals. We also have Pop and European culture's influence, which led to the cute foods we find in Korea and also fusion dishes such as Korean pasta. We also don't have any more severe food shortages, and we currently have a smaller surface area due to the Korea's separation between North and South, meaning that raising cattle and producing fruit is more challenging and expensive. Continuing our discussion on contemporary Korean food culture, we have some key ingredients and flavors such as soyu, ramyun, which is the adoption of ramen noodles, udon noodles, potatoes, cheese, flour, and we continue to see the sweet clues we saw in traditional Korean food culture. Regarding some dishes, we have budae jjigae, which is also called army stew, and which was originally cooked with American soldiers' leftovers, such as, again, Spam, the canned meat. We have tonkatsu from Japan, and we have baked goods, mainly from Europe, as you can see in the picture, and those are very popular in Korea as well. Regarding Korea's health status, currently, obesity is rare, cardiovascular diseases are rare, and diabetes prevalence is not uncommon. If we compare the average macronutrients intakes in the States and in Korea, we learn that Koreans consume more carbohydrates, that they consume about the same amount of protein, and they consume less fat than Americans. And without implying causation, if we compare Koreans to Americans, Koreans suffer of higher metabolic syndromes risks. They have reduced HDL cholesterol levels, and they have elevated triglyceride levels. And these two last points are related to cardiovascular diseases. Finally, my personal recommendation, my favorite Korean dish is soft tofu stew. Its broth is based on fish stock, chili paste, and garlic. It's simple and versatile, and that's why I like it so much, because you could add meat, vegetables, or mushrooms, or eggs, or kimchi, and it can be on the lighter or heavier side depending on how you prepare it. And my favorite part is that it is not sweet. And these are my sources.